hello. Oh, I was going to shut off the TV. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Woo! Turn it up like crazy. I am trying to do it. My audio now. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. Dang. And a little bit more dang. I know. I don't know. I can't get it to do any kind of other audio unless I use my headphones. Which I have to figure out. Don't mind me in my shorts, you guys. I'm just kind of cruising around in my shorts here. I'm still in wherever the hell I'm at. And so give me a minute. I didn't intend to be here. Okay, so I didn't intend to be here. It sounds good? Everybody sound okay? Does it sound just choppy? How's the weather here? Hot. I'm not in Santa Fe. I'm not in Santa Fe. I'm in Oklahoma. I'm in Oklahoma. Hi, Emily Morel. I'm in Oklahoma because, well, just because. It's just because shit happens, and that's why. Got my bra flashing, everybody. Okay, make sure I'm not doing that. Honestly. Hey, bud, I'm online. Did you get it open? Okay, just call your dad on that, okay? I gotta go. I'm online, all right? Call your dad. All right, bye. I'm gonna shut this off, right? Okay, so my audio is not great. I'm sorry. I hope you can hear me fine. I am here. And just by chance, because I wasn't going to bring my computer, I brought my computer and I brought my camera, and we're going to do Mediumship Mondays. So ask your dad. I do the same thing. You look so fancy. The earrings are another. I had somebody say nice earrings. These are another set of Pawnee earrings. They're done by a Pawnee artist. And if I had her, she does a great job. Her name is Kimberly Knife Chief is her name. And she does some beautiful stuff. Oh my gosh. Kimberly Knife Chief. And see, that's what it says. Kimberly Knife Chief. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. My audio is perfect. Great. Thank you so much. So this is the second pair I have of her stuff. I ain't going to lie to you and tell you they're cheap because they're not. But I loved them. So I ended up buying them. And now I have 2 pairs, and I told myself I'm not buying anymore, but the week's not over yet, right? So here we are. Hey, oh, okay. Making sure the dogs are good. I had to jimmy some lighting around and make sure everybody could like have good lighting. And you got a beautiful beaded hummingbird handpiece from the Smoky Mountain Indians. Oh yeah, thank you, Gala. It's called I Throw on Eyeliner and Lipstick. But I do like to buy local. Whenever we go someplace, we try to buy from local artists. We have some really incredible pieces that we've picked up over time in pottery, kachinkas, and jewelry. And we just try to collect from local artists because Kimberly Knife Chief, right? It's great stuff. This is the other pair. Now, what I love about her stuff, and I'm just going to talk about this real quickly because, it's a thing. What I love about her stuff is the Pawnee, their history is very much into the cosmology of things, deep into cosmology. So all of her stuff is sun, moon, stars, astrology, cosmology. Is really, really incredible. Ellie Coyle, how are you this evening? So we're doing Mediumship Monday, right? I dropped you've got beach hair and don't care. I dropped a lamp trying to put lighting over top of the desk here on my leg, on my foot, because that's not, I think it's one of those heavy ones. Yeah. Okay. So how's everybody's day? Give me a word. They look lightweight. They're very lightweight. They're very, very lightweight. They're sterling. This particular pair, I liked this pair, and I had been fiending for this pair for a while, and I ended up buying them when Nancy Bolliard was here. But I've been fiending for this pair for a while. But she does really incredible stuff. Rough and emotional. I understand that. I understand that as well. Trust me, I do. Intriguing. Water. Yay. Very fluid, very emotional, right? Relaxing. Took a nice long nap. How awesome is that? What has everybody else been doing? It's important what we do with our days off. Ellie Coyle's supposed to be in bed, but she's on here sending love. Hi, Ellie. Painful. So sorry, Gala. Centered. I kind of think that's the kind of way I have to explain mine today too, Ellie. I've spent the day centering and prioritizing and deciding what's important in life. Getting geared up for another school week because I'm still here in Oklahoma and Sam is going home to see the family and the grandbabies, or the grandbaby. And I am not making it this time. This is my second time around not making it up there. But things have to be taken care of here in Oklahoma, so one of us had to stay. And I have to say, I don't mind like hooking up to a 30-foot horse trailer, throw some equines on there. I'm good to go. I'll drag it wherever you want to go. But you put a camper behind me on the truck, and I'm like, nervous Nelly. I mean, I can pull it, but this one's smaller. The other one's 40-foot camper. This one is, well, the one he's pulling right now is a 30-foot camper. But I much prefer Sam to drag it up to Ohio, and he's doing that. Spent lunch with your father-in-law who has dementia and is on hospice. So sorry, Dawn, but what a wonderful way to spend your day, right? Hi, Erin. Okay, so we're going to do Mediumship Mondays. If everybody could share out one time, that would be fabulous. So we're getting goats. It just happened. Nubian dwarfs. I called him. I'm like, hey, goats will be there Wednesday. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, goats will be there Wednesday. Goats. I don't like goats, but goats are wonderful. I'm sharing out for a second. I'm monologuing while I'm sharing. Okay. I'm monologuing while I'm sharing. So, goats are wonderful for grass or to take down weeds. And so we have a plethora of weeds in our pasture. And the weeds are not great for the horses because they cause eye issues when they get in their eyes. And the goats love weeds. They will always eat from the top and come down. So goats, huzzah, right? Goats, problem solved. Onward we go. I'm trying to figure out where I'm sharing. Oh, that's the wrong button. I keep hitting the wrong button. Okay, here we are. So let's share out just a little bit. I appreciate it, everybody. You know I love you. I love you. Let's see. Yeah, perfect solution. And she's looking to get rid of the goats. Nubian, or the dwarf goats, they can't eat a lot. And they'll be fine. They're going to be fun. We used to have goats all over the place. And then we didn't anymore because I'm not a huge goat fan. But they are very helpful when you are trying to get the property in order. And we don't have enough horses nowadays, knock on wood, to keep our weeds down. The horses can't keep up, and they don't want the weeds anyways. So they'll get along together out there just fine. Let's see. And Sam goes, you can't put horses and goats together. I go, watch me. Watch me. And we've had horses and emus together. Are you kidding me? Horses and goats are fine. Okay, I'm just sharing for a hot second, you guys, trying to not go to where the trolls reside, because who wants to be bothered with trolls today? Not me. Okay, let me go here. There we go. Let's do that. I think I did that one. Okay, just calm down. All right. My phone's going nuts. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, there we go. I'm done. All right, done with that. So let's go on. Let's do loads of goats and horses here. Well, I hope I'm helpful, gal. The light where you are is amazing. It's really funny because I have no lighting here, but I love this light for this. This is great, right? It's great. I just kind of, hello, Momo. Just kind of, and I'll show you what it is. It's a Walmart light that is just this pendulum light that's hanging up over top of me. It's the one I dropped on my foot because that sounded fun. But it's great. I like it. I might have to get one. Get fainting goats. I don't need any fainting goats. These are Nubian dwarfs. I don't need any fainting goats. Myopic. And they fall over. We don't need that. Okay, so you guys, let's move on. Let's do some Mediumship Monday. We're going to call in our angels, our guides, our past loved ones to come across and bring us information. Get rammed in the butt and knocked over. I was laughing. She wasn't. Yeah, they will ram you. The biggins, we used to have bucks that, because we bred goats, and they stink. But, and you don't want to know why they stink, because it's just nasty. And it's nasty. And so, yeah, they will butt you. They will get you. Something's burning. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about communication today. There are so many different levels, and I have no idea where I'm going with this. I don't know what this is. No, we haven't seen the Ram Jam. Okay, so what we're doing tonight is mediumship, you guys. We're going to do mediumship. First, let's start off with getting into the groove a little bit. I have this really incredible new deck of cards that I'm going to pull cards from. Can everybody give me a whoop, whoop? Give me a whoop, whoop, so I know you're here, so I can see who's on here. That would be great. I know we have silent people that just kind of watch, but give us a shout out so we know you're on. You never know when your guides want you to have some information. I do have this great new deck of cards. Hi, Aaron Brody. Aaron's new. Whoop, whoop. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Tori Shoop. Hi. Whoop, whoop. Can get whoop, whoop. Okay. So here's the card that we're supposed to pull 3 cards. Okay, we're going to pull 3 cards. That card and then this card, right? Come on, one right there. Okay, that one right there. So we're going to pull these 3 cards right here and we're going to move forward. Okay. Toodles? Okay. Ooh, I have to take my shoes off. Hold on one second. I'm terrified to do it. The lawn's full of sandspurs. Sandspurs everywhere. Our first card. Having limited communication with those who don't share concerns and worries. Yeah, there's so many things going on right now. People are so mean online. You just get terrified to say anything online. It's so crazy. But then you run across people that are so uplifting, and we want to be those uplifting people, right? So we're going to talk about turning the card over because it's so much easier to read that way. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom, which is what we're doing tonight, right? We're going to be talking to our past loved ones. And we might even, if you guys hang in there, we might even do a trance mediumship of someone's higher self. We might do that. That's kind of what I'm getting here at the moment. So that is a really interesting thing to watch. But what kind of ancestral wisdom do you guys look for? Is it Lima yet? We're working on Lima. We're still manifesting Lima, but it's been a holiday weekend, so we've had to wait, which is not my forte. Patience is not my forte. You can ask my husband and any of my friends, and they will tell you Lisa has zip when it comes to patience. I'm like, come on, people. Especially men-run businesses. They're so slow. Oh, those sandspurs are horrible, right? I had to look up sandspurs. They're horrible little things. Horrible. So, ancestral wisdom. How many of us are actually asking our past loved ones and our ancestors for help. How many of us actually sit there and go, you know, somebody else has more experience in this than I do? Please, please let it flow. Bring it in. Invite that energy in, you guys. Invite that knowledge to come across, because that's what we're able to do that. We're able to do that. And a lot of people don't realize that, and they feel very unguided. So it is so funny, because I was just coming in the room and I was watching, I had picked up my phone, and it was Mushu from Mulan. And he was like, blessings on your cow, and do this and do that. And I was like, oh my gosh. And the thing under it said, most people don't know what these lines mean. And I'm thinking, you know, it's totally right. A lot of people don't pay attention to the guidance that they're getting, because a lot of people get they receive guidance and they don't pay attention to it. And then they forget to ask. Because once you get it, once you have the flow going, get in the flow. Okay, moving on. What is this one? I haven't seen some of these cards. Getting back to integrity. Oh, this was something I was talking about earlier. This is about something I talked about earlier. Sorry, guys. Getting back to integrity. And I didn't realize it got under my skin as badly as it did. As readers, we actually have a whole class in the Late Bloomers Intuitive Development class on integrity and ethics. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. And this is stemming from what I said earlier, and I'm really sorry about that. Hi, Santa. Kelly Hansen. Hi, Michelle. So it is when you're reading, there's some things we don't do, right? First of all, we're going to ask for guidance. And if we have guidance come across, I don't know why. Yeah, right, Ellie? It's ethical and it's necessary. I don't know why we're talking about this right now, but we're going to. When we're doing readings, you guys, if someone is, most of the time, I do not get negative information from your loved ones. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that. Hi, Christine Everson. I don't get negative information from your loved ones. You know why? Because everything on the other side is beautiful. Everything on the other side can be viewed from an objective soul perspective, not, hey, guess what? I mean, do energies that come across have personalities still? Of course they do. They come here for the experience of the human experience, which means that they go away with some of those things, right? Some of those things that they like and the dislike. That's why souls some of them like to reincarnate in either male incarnations or female incarnations. They like to land in New York. They like to be in Europe. They like to be in Ireland. They like things. So just because you're on the other side doesn't mean you don't have likes and dislikes and parts of your personality still existing. But it was a bug. It was a bug. Okay. But when we're here, we need to be ethical when we're reading. We need to be ethical and know what's our shit and what's somebody else's stuff coming across, right? If it is your shit, because we all have it, don't pass it on. Don't pass it on. Have a meter on yourself that says, I know when I'm triggered by something, and if I'm going to be triggered, I'm not going to pass that through a message. So pay attention to this. Be ethical. Know when you need to step away from a reading because it's your stuff and not guidance. That's important. Look at me. It's important. Okay, next one. Because when we go and we move forward authentically, it's so important, right? To move forward, bringing across the imagery or the guidance that you're given. If you don't know the message, I encourage you to, the hell was that? An animal just ran across my backyard. If you don't know the message, I encourage you to describe what you have going on. Is it a taste? Is it a touch? Is it a smell? Is it a vision? Is it a hearing? Is it whatever it is? Because my mystical life is better than eating chocolate cake. Because if you are not being authentic, here's what happens. If you're giving your inflection on your reading and someone's going, oh, well, that doesn't, this is a true story. I'm going to share a true story. It's story time. and I'm going to use Mr. Fry as an example because this is true. Is it though? I know I like chocolate cake too, obviously. So Mr. Fry was getting a reading. We had just come off the psychic cruise, and Mr. Fry was getting a reading from somebody that had been on the cruise. And she was telling him that, this person's coming across, this person has been in your life now, in this lifetime. And Sam's like, I don't know this person. I don't know this person. And the things she was describing had not happened. And she was talking about personalities and about his personality that were not him. I've had him since he was 12 years old. I know Sam Fry. Okay. I know him. And she was giving this information, and she kept being adamant. You know this person. He's like, I don't. To this day, he still doesn't know who this person was. And she argued with him 100%, and said, I'm right. I'm never wrong in a reading. You'll understand later. Now, let's dissect that, y'all. You tell me, what about that don't seem kosher? I'm right. I'm never wrong. And you'll understand when it's your time. So I sat back and I was listening because he said, go ahead and listen. And I sat back and I'm listening to it. I'm like, that's not Sam. It's just not Sam. Isis. Hi, Ira. Yes, do no harm. Maintain harmony. Oh, so much ego, right, Lori? So much ego. The amount of times she said, I am never wrong. First of all, it's not our information, right? It's our guides. We are filtering information. So this is where she kind of got off the rails a bit because, hey, Sandra Oaks, we are only conveyance. That's it. People, and I get this, okay? It's just something. They'll message you, oh my gosh, the reading was great. Thank you so much. You are on point, and I will message back. Your guides are on point. My guides are on point. The only difference is we've figured out how to bring the message across. Only difference. It's the guides. So anyways, I went off on a tangent. So once we're ethical, once we're stepping forward ethically, we give the information that we get. If we don't understand it, we describe it, right? Because that way, they may understand the message that you didn't get. Maybe it's something personal that their guides just wanted to tell them. It's perfect, right? That works. Because once you create this connection, you work authentically, and you are bringing across messages very fluidly. Guess what? You start to work in grace and generosity, which means your guides are going to bring you more information. They are going to bring you more information, more channelings, more messages, more clairvoyance, however you work, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, clairalient, whatever. They're going to bring you more because they know authenticity, right? So make sure, sometimes it could be a memory. Exactly, right? They'll trigger a memory for us, and we'll go, okay, I'm getting a memory of this. I need to tell you that. And very relevant, right? I get artwork lots of times, so I describe their art to the sitter. Yeah. There's so many ways. There's so many ways to be authentic when you're doing a reading. If you don't feel authentic, back the hell up and start over. Say, let's do something different. Let's do something different. Because we need to be authentic. If you're not authentic, your guides know that. Comes with a feeling. I've got a feeling. Okay. Now, that's a lot of mouthful of stuff, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Hold on. We're going to do mediumship in just a second. They're like, she said that a bit ago. I know. It's just when I get talking, I'm sorry, it just happens. And sometimes I get on a roll. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Just going with it. Just go with it. Okay. So in addition to what I'm talking about, we have this going on right now. This is mymysticallife.com. We have the 15-day free trial right now where we do all of our classes, teach, not preach, right? Where we do all of our classes. We have over 55 or 60, I haven't counted them, classes already in the bank in the library. You can go look at meditations, healing sessions, all those stuff. They're there, 15-day free trial. And if you don't like us, you don't have to stay. Hey, Renee Shellum. But it is $11.11 a month to start. And I'm hooked on a feeling, high on believing, I'm in love with you. Okay, let's go on. Let's do mediumship. Hooked on a fetus. Oh, God. Be careful what you say nowadays, right? Okay. Let's bring across some. So I want to talk about, how do we do this, right? How do we do this? Yes, no's, I don't knows. I don't want to know about Great Aunt Gertie's hat that's hanging in the hallway. I just want to bring across information. So I'm not going to bring across how she died, how old she was, how tall she was. I'm going to bring across, hey, Dolores, I'm going to try and bring you across a memory, something that's fond that you'll be able to go, oh my gosh, I remember that. Because that's how they want to be remembered from the other side. Something that we can look back at and say, I love that. And that's the way we're going to work tonight. So as we go along, if this sounds like something that resonates with you, please make sure you give me a yes. Okay. I want to know that you're in on it. I want to know that you are. Julie Sandeman, welcome. Oskin, hello, thank you. I want to know that you are hearing the information and it might be for you. So I know how many people are in. And then there's going to come a point when I'm going to say, how many people are in at 100%? And then you can raise your hand, okay? The reason we're doing it this way is because we don't spend a whole evening trying to pick apart, everybody had a grandmother that had gray hair that died at this age from that, right? Crystal Nicole, hello. Okay, so let's move on. But I want to start with a young man that I have. I have this young gentleman. He shows himself to be quite, I think he would have passed. No, we're not doing that. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Never mind. Sorry. Rewind. We're not doing that. I have to put this guy off in the corner. Just a second. That's so funny. It's so funny. Okay. We're going to do this again. It's for me. I'm like, wait, what? What the hell are we doing here? Oh, that was for me. I never get, have you guys ever seen me do that? Like, wait, oh no, I'm sorry. You have to wait off to the side now. I'll get back to you later. Why not him? Because I went to school with him. And started my spiritual journey with him, basically. I can't tell you, I can tell you a story, but it's a long story, and I can't. So we're going to set him off to the side and say thank you very much. I wish his cousin was here because she would have loved this. Gosh, maybe I'll message her. Maybe I'll message her. Let me message her. She's going to be like, what the hell's going on? Jill. Hold on one second, you guys. His cousin would love to hear from him. Okay, maybe she'll see that. Maybe she'll see it. Maybe she won't. I have no idea, but I'm doing my job, right? Because why want to take the message? No, that's Jeff. That's the other guy, Ellie, the guy that I dated. I have no problem taking this message. He had a crush on me in high school, and I didn't know about it. I found out about it after he passed away, and it was a huge synchronicity of. And he's laughing about it. It's a huge synchronicity because the first psychic I ever sat for, I didn't believe in psychics, right? I just like. Psychics are crazy. I think they're all nuts, and I think they're all fakes. Seriously, I did this. I seriously did this. I feel so bad about it. And this lady kept going, no, there's this guy. There's this guy. There's this guy. And I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. I have dated this guy and this guy and this guy, and that's it. And she goes, no, there's this guy. And he was in class with you, and it was this guy. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, okay, whatever. And so about 2 weeks later, my friend and I were going, and we went into the high school because we were trying to figure out how to use the planetarium for science class. And we walked by the memory case. We walked by the memory case, and in the memory case was a picture of Guy. There was a picture of Guy. He had passed away in our senior year, and I never realized he had a crush on me until after he passed away. That's how I found out. And he's like, oh my gosh, he loved you in high school, and you were like down below, and you guys were in the same class. And I thought she was full of shit, honestly. And I just think it's interesting that he's popping in, because I've never really had him pop in for me. He's always popped in through somebody else. And I saw his shirt, and I went, I know that shirt. So, but his name was Guy, and he played, he was the bass drum in the marching band, and I was flute. So anyways, if she pops in, then if his cousin pops in, I will then give the message over to her. But at this point, he's just going to stand over here, and he's just kind of leaning against the wall like, hey, this is kind of cool. But I find it interesting. I'm 12 years into my journey, and this was about 14 years ago I first heard from him. So isn't that really cool? Amy McFarland, hi. So let's move forward. Let's find somebody else to bring across. I was like, wait a minute. What are we doing here? Okay. I'm going to talk about elephants. I want to talk about elephants. I want to talk about a woman that would have been a little bit on the taller side, and she would have, she didn't have the world's best self-esteem. And I know he's really a great guy. He really is. Great guy. Get it? Okay. So this woman would have been taller than most women, I think, probably 5'11", somewhere in that neighborhood. She would have been a little bit, it's not funny reference. She would have joked about her size, and that's not funny. And she makes references to herself, you guys, and do not shoot the messenger, okay? She calls herself, she says she looks like Miss Ballbricker. I'm sorry, I have no idea. I have no idea, but that's what she says. Is she refers to Porky's. If you guys don't know what Porky's is, well, it's probably for the best. But and she talks about something about an elephant. There's something about an elephant figurine or an elephant necklace, maybe a piece of tusk or ivory. Something along those lines. But she talks about being a bigger woman, and she's not being mean about this ball breaker thing, you guys. She's not. She's like, I was a big girl. I could take care of myself. And I feel like I almost wonder, and so once again, here we are. I almost wonder if people wondered about her sexual orientation. She was but she had such a big heart. I think she scared off guys. I think she scared off guys more than anything else, because she was very independent. And she keeps talking about, I don't know if there was a painting of an elephant. There's something about an elephant with her. Like she liked that animal. I also feel like she might have been into education or teaching people things. So far, you guys, here's what we have. We have a woman. You can let me know if this sounds like somebody that you know with a yes. We have a woman. She is a little bit taller. She makes references to the movie Porky's as Miss Ballbricker, like she was a little bit more scary. Not that she looked exactly like her, but it was, people were scared of her as an energy, because she was a big energy. She was a big energy. Let's see. She's laughing. She has a great sense of humor. And I think there might have been some hateful things said around her that she kind of felt like people thought that maybe they doubted her sexuality or whatever. And she was okay with it. She's just like, you know what, people are people, and that's just how they are. But there's something about an elephant that she liked elephants, or there's something she just keeps going on about this elephant. I don't know if it's she wanted to go on. I don't know what it is. Hold on, let me see. I don't know. I just keep seeing this great big elephant. Can anybody take this woman so far? I almost feel like she was an instructor. Gosh, you guys, I want to say she was a gym teacher. I know that sounds so stereotypical. That might also have something to do with that Miss Ballbricker reference. I kind of feel like she might have been a gym teacher, something along those lines. Does this sound like anybody you guys know? I love elephants too. I really do. I have quite a few elephant totems around. Does anybody recognize this woman? Hi, everybody. We're looking to find the person that belongs to this woman. She's a little bit taller. She kind of reminds me of a gym teacher, only because that is the persona she's pushing out there. She is a little bit of a stronger woman, and she makes reference to Porky's to the Porky's movies with Miss Ballbricker. Kimberly. Did I miss somebody? Yes. Kimberly says yes. Okay, Kimberly. So this sounds like somebody you may know. What percentage are you in at, Kimberly? What percentage are you in at? Okay, so I'm going to give some more information on her. She keeps going on about these elephants. She's also talking about some of the qualities of this elephants as well. She's talking about how elephants remember everything. Remember when, this might have been a person that said, remember when, very nostalgic. Remember when, she keeps doing that. Do you remember when this happened and you were smaller? And I absolutely love that about you as a child. You were so carefree, and I thought that I just enjoyed watching you. I thought you grew up to be a wonderful person. This kind of conversation might have been a thing that happened. She's just going on about, you remember when? She's very nostalgic. Hi, Janice. Welcome. We're doing mediumship this evening. We're bringing across a woman right now trying to figure out, I understand the message. Thank you. She was a family woman. Okay. Yeah, she doesn't give me whether she was married or not. She doesn't say that. She doesn't say that. She just gives me this, people thought I was this, and I was a totally different person than what people thought I was. She was a great big teddy bear. She loved people. She liked to be in communication with people, and she liked to stay in communication. She might have had beautiful handwriting as well. She's talking about this communication aspect of things. And she might have been somebody that wrote things down, like letters or something along those lines. Like, I feel like she wrote stuff. Teddy bear. She was a great big teddy bear. So scary looking people that, the people that put off that huge energy, they're really quite teddy bears, aren't they? Okay. So who can take her? Who can take her at this point? Who can take this woman? Because I have the message, and I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you. Hi, Lois. Louise. We are just bringing across people that are looking to connect. It doesn't matter if she was married and had kids. She has not said she wasn't. She hadn't said she wasn't married or had children. She just says this is how people saw me. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and give the message across to you guys. She really wants to go into this whole, do you remember when? because it is so important to pay attention to what's going on right now. There's going to be a lot of that going on. Do you remember when this happened? Nobody's going to forget this couple years, right? But do you remember when this happened? There's something going on in life right now to remember. And while that sounds like it's, oh, we remember things, but this person is like, hey, make sure you really pay attention to the details. And I actually hear the devil is in the details, because you're going to be asked to recall this time period. You're going to be asked to recall if you have anything insignificant, no, not insignificant. If you have something significant happen where you feel like you should write that down, please do so. And I actually feel like this might be a legal thing. I feel like this might be something you want to write down and say, okay, I actually wrote that down. What a coincidence. Some weird lady online told me to write this down. And I did. And I can reference that now because I think you're going to need to come back. So if you guys find, if whoever this feels like it resonates with, if right now feels like the time that you should be paying attention to legal matters or tax matters or something that should be written down to remember, it's a great time to do it, because this woman is all about remember, because you're going to be asked to remember. You're going to be asked. Okay. And she's like, yes. So hard to get message across. Okay. Hi, Mary. Okay. So if everybody could share one time, that'd be fabulous. We're going to move on. Oh, please. I'm having a conference call. 1 second. No. Ooh, Lisa's alone. She's home alone. You can tell. Let's see. Mm-mm. So I have an older gentleman. It's called business meeting. Hold on 1 second. I have an older gentleman. This is interesting. I have an older gentleman that is very much about Christmas, and he's bringing across some really interesting stuff and some fun stuff. So this should be interesting, you guys. Don't forget, yes, no's, I don't knows. And if you are in, please give me a yes so that I know you guys are in on this. I have a gentleman here. He reminds me of my grandfather, and we talked about this earlier, how we get messages, right? The reason he's showing me my grandfather is because I can describe him a little easier. Slender guy, not super skinny, but slender. Probably didn't have all of his hair. Maybe had a little bit of a bigger nose. But this particular person liked to play Santa Claus. Did I say Santa already? Did I say Santa, Janet? I said Santa Claus already, right? Because he liked to play Santa Claus. And he always felt as if that was the perfect time. If you didn't express yourself, I did. I thought I did okay. So I'm like, boy, you're good. It's the perfect time to convey how you feel about people. And it's not like it's when the shell broke. It's when the shell broke, and you can start to emote a little bit more. If the person was more jolly, I did say Christmas, thank you. Okay. You could emote a little bit more, and it was for your time to be able to tell people how you felt, because you could hand them gifts and be like, oh, I love you, and give them a hug. And you might not have got that the rest of the year, but Christmas time was a big deal. And he keeps referencing the Lampoon's Family Vacation, like putting up the lights and the decorations was a nightmare. Like it's right straight out of that movie. Like he just, I don't know, maybe he burnt something up trying to put lights up or something. I don't know if he fell off the roof, stapled himself to it. I don't know. But as long as cousin ain't draining his RV into the septic, I guess we're good. So he wants to talk about a smallish white dog as well. Wants to talk about a smallish white dog. And I don't feel like the dog has passed away recently. I think the dog has been there a while. And there's something about a particular color of lights that he felt like should have Cousin Eddie. It was Cousin Eddie. Thank you. That should be on a Christmas tree. It's like, this is the way you decorate for Christmas. This is the way. This is it right here. This is how you decorate for Christmas because this is epic. And it has a lot to do with his upbringing. I do know that it had a lot to do with his upbringing. I feel like that was maybe not something passed down through the family. He wanted to be able to do that and be able to say, look what we have. It's so amazing. Let's see. Who do we have in on this gentleman so far? Who do we have in on this gentleman? Because I have a funny memory and I don't know. Okay, where are we at here, you guys? Okay, let's see. I'm reading now. My grandfather loved Christmas and he would go all out. He loved those movies too. Yeah, if you feel you want to, it's great. It was great. We love feedback, don't we? Cousin Eddie, he would decorate his whole house and yard and would win contests. My mom had a small way down. Put down my mom's birthday. Christmas Day. Mom's birthday was living his Christmas Day. Her mom passed. Gotcha. Okay. My sister lost her small white dog last year. Mine was a small white dog named Pee-wee. Okay, so at this point, Stacy Pion, what percentage are you going to call this, Stacy? You at 100% right now? You at 100%? Because I have something that's funny. I have a funny thing. Okay, Stacy, do you recall an incident where this person might have lost teeth? Like, I don't know, like falsies falling out. Can you recall an incident ever of if there was a bridge or a denture that slipped? Can you recall anything like that? Because there's something about that. Okay. Okay. And that's why I was saying it, because he was very specific that he would drop teeth. And it's funny because my dad used to do that when he had his in, and he would drop, and he was using my dad like, no, seriously. Because I was, doing I just want to make sure I'm giving authentic information. Right. And I'm like, oh, and he's like, look at the teeth come out. Look at the teeth. Look at the teeth come out. So this person dropped their fall. This is definitely for you, Stacy. This is definitely for you. I love it when they come across with information like that. He wanted that information to come across because, guys, doesn't that give you an idea of his sense of humor, right? If you can drop out, your falsies and make the family laugh, oh my gosh. He used to give me sugar cubes and tell me they were horseshit. They were horseshit to hear me ask for more horseshit. Okay, this is definitely for you, Stacy. This is definitely for you. So let me see what his message is. Dropping the falsies is fabulous. I think it's the best piece of validation I've ever gotten. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. I know it seems gross, you guys, but my dad used to do it in the middle of restaurants. Oh, it's disgusting. You had just gotten him. I understand, but good Lord. Okay, so let's see what his message is. First, he wants you to know how the lights sparkle. He's like, he wants you to know how the lights sparkle. I don't know, he likes the sparkly lights. I don't understand. I hope that makes sense to you. He likes the sparkly lights. And he's like, they're all over the place. And it is exactly what you would think heaven would look like to him. He's like, I need you to know it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And it's particular to him. He says I don't know why he wants you to know exactly what it looks like where he's at. He says to his heaven or his other side is exactly perfect for him. And the next person is going to be perfect for them. And the next person, it's just perfect. It's just perfect. And it's just important for him to say that to you. He's like, I need you to know that everything, can you tell me if, can you validate if he had a sort, at the end, he had dementia or some sort of memory issues? Maybe Alzheimer's is really what I want to say is Alzheimer's, but did he have some sort of memory issue at the end of his life? Here's me arranging my cards. It's a nervous tick. There's lag, so patience, young Padawans. His wife did. Okay. His wife did. I'm sorry to hear that. And, but he's talking about that's not a thing. Because he was showing me Alzheimer's. And he says it's not a thing. So I'm not sure if what that means for you to know. But he wants you to know that, that is something that's not a worry. And the white dog, you said you were in 100%. There's a white dog, correct? Hi, Keitha. Andrea. Okay. There's a white dog, correct? He's interesting. He's a lot of fun. And I don't know why I heard the song Whip It, but whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it. We are doing, Ariane, we are doing mediumship right now, seeing who comes across. Yes, if you know him, actually, it's a small white dog that bit. That's funny. It's a small white dog that bit. Jill, Wiseman Green, hi, welcome. I didn't know whether I should message you or not. It was like so sudden, and so I was shocked. I was like, whoa, what are we doing here? Jill Green, you guys, is the woman I was telling you I was hoping would come on because Guy came across. Let's see. He's lagging and keeps kicking me off. It keeps lagging and kicking you off. Okay, so just know that everything is gorgeous on the other side. Everything's beautiful. There's no problems. And he's watching for something, some event. He's watching for some event that he's going to be bringing you guidance for. So just know, Stacy, that if you have something big and challenging come up, this person is there to help you. And I want you to know that he come across with the Christmas movie. And I have a lot of guides that use this Christmas movie because they go, Lisa's a little slow, so we're going to help her. But you know, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, when they're walking out of the cave, they're like one foot in front of the other. So that is, everybody give Jill Green a shout out, you guys. I'm so glad she showed up because he's still here and it's awesome and I can't wait. But Stacy, just know that he come across with this, I've got you, one foot after the other, one day at a time. And he comes across with that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cartoon, and I love him. He's great. He's great. The whole dropping the teeth out and the denture thing, love it. Just love it. So I'm glad he come across. Awesome. Autumn, hi, welcome. Okay. All right, Michelle Epe. We're doing mediumship this evening. Okay, I hope that helps, Stacy. And Ellie Coyle, off to bed, you little vampire. Go get some sleep so you're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, right? Night. She's in Ireland, you guys, so she's way past her bedtime. Much love and light, girl. Okay, so let's do this. Jill, this is, and I have to say, I think this is the first time I've messaged somebody and said, hey, come on over because we have someone here. And when he popped in, he was the first person. I just decided to do mediumship, this Mediumship Mondays, to do mediumship. And it was so funny because I was sitting here going, okay, I have this really thin, tall guy. Oh, and then I saw this shirt. So Jill, I hope you understand this. I saw this shirt and it was red and white stripes. And I just saw him in it. And I thought, okay, that's Guy. I know that person. And I just don't do readings for myself. And I was just like, I know him. So that's how we pulled you in. um, so it's really interesting. He is just very nonchalantly standing here. And he kind of has his back to the wall, and he's just kind of leaning there, and he's going, it's just like, I need to let you know just how, I don't know what his message is yet. I don't know what he wants to come across and say, but I do want to say that the amount of love and care that he comes across with is just staggering. It's like he could come up and put his hands on your shoulders, and if you sat there and thought about him enough, you're going to feel it. You know, he's like, oh my gosh, do you know how much I'm there? Do you know how much I stand there and I watch the things that go on in life? And I feel like there's a thumping that might happen, like a boom, like, you know, just kind of like you hear a tapping on your ear or a buzzing in your ear every once in a while. If you have that happen, I need you to know, Jill, that is part of him. He is just kind of like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. So he's always trying to lift you up, but he's talking about the extended family. And he wants to talk about his memory has been kept alive and how much love that he holds in his heart for that. Like if he had a heart still here, you know, our soul heart and in this inside thing here. And he's like, it's just so amazing to see how one person, because you have to know at this point, we're talking from soul perspective, right? We're talking from a soul perspective. How goofy I am. I have no other way to do this, Keitha, okay? None other. He's talking, because we're talking about that soul perspective of this is just our meat suit. This is the thing. This is a thing. And it's the inside that matters. And he's talking about his soul circle, his soul family. And this was a life that he decided was going to be a shorter life so he could help support others from the other side. This was something he had decided a really long time ago. And it was part of a group decision. Humor is the best medicine. And you guys have flipped roles before. You've actually, Jill, you've been in lifetimes. So the soul family goes round and round and round and round all the time. Okay. They don't, you don't get a whole new set. Think of playing basketball, which challenged me in high school because my brain didn't process, oh, you do the same thing over. So in playing basketball, you know, you have the same team and everybody knows the drill, right? So say you take out that team, and you put a whole new team in, nobody knows the drill. Try playing that game. It's not going to work. You can't play defense that way, right? Or is it offense? I don't remember. It's been a really long time. And so with the soul family, we go round and round each time with the same individuals on a soul level, just in different meat suits. So what he's saying is, in a different lifetime, he has been like your older brother and a father figure, and you are first tier soul family, which is why you still feel that loss significantly. Generally, when we stretch out the family, we go into different tiers of family that say, okay, well, I'm going to play the cousin, I'm going to play the brother. Even grandparents can be outstretched onto the second tier, but you're on a first tier with his soul energy. And he keeps going back to that red and white shirt. I think there must be a picture or it's a striped shirt, like horizontal. And I think there must be a picture or something along those lines that he's in, that he has a smile on, and he's just happy as all get out, trying to have a good time. And he's doing whatever he's supposed to be doing. And he's just smiling. He's like, that is me. My whole energy is in that photo. And he talks about the number 3. He's giving me the number 3. I don't know what the 3 is. But it's important. The number 3. He's like, there's 3. There's 3. There's 3. And he's almost like guiding individuals. I don't know if there's 3 individuals that he's kind of like protecting or taking care of or watching over, but he wants you to know that he's doing he's like, it's like, whew, I'm doing this guardian angel kind of thing. And this is a hard gig. This is a hard gig. It's like, Michelle, I bring across whoever there. This is just, I do this for fun. He was Guy Weisman. Yes. The third. Was he the third? Was he the third? Okay. He's the third. I didn't know that. So he's like, he's just guiding everybody that he can help right now. And that's how big his heart is. And he wants you to know that there's so many people he's taking care of in the family. He's just taking. So let me see what else he has to say. Because he's just kind of standing here like, I don't know if there is a, gosh, I almost want to say like a solo, an ensemble badge or something that he had, he's a big personality, Katrina. He was quiet. And this is this is me remembering him from high school. He was quiet and very reserved with people he didn't know. So other than with family, I don't know, but he was kind of quiet and reserved with people he didn't know. But he's giving me something like a piece of jewelry, or I kind of felt like it was a solo, because he showed me solo and ensemble, like band. It might have had something to do with band that somebody has, and it's something that you can hold in your hand. So I don't know what that is. And he shows like to the heart. He shows it like to the heart. And he talks about not talking enough. He talks about being shy. He talks about wishing he had said some things. Oh, I know that. Okay. And I know I told you that story. He's interesting. A necklace. It's something you can hold in your hand. I mean, it's like something you can hold in your hand. I know that it can be put here, but I don't know why he took me to like a band competition or a band something or other. I don't know why he took me to that, but it was because I have medals from solo and ensemble that I could hold. I don't know. This is what he gave me. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay. He's talking about a bicycle. Yeah, he played drums. I remember he played drums. I remember him being in marching band and playing the bass. I do want to talk about a bicycle that maybe he had when he was much younger, because it looked like, kind of one of those 70s types of bicycles. But he talks about the noise that it made. I have no idea why. And this is a very vague memory. So I don't know if this would make sense to you or not, but he's showing bicycling and something about some kind of noise that was on a bike. I don't know what that's. Amber, that's a good point, but I can tell you about that in just a minute. It doesn't matter if he's already transitioned back. You can still hear from him from the other side. Maybe it was a horn. It's because originally he showed me, and this is before our time actually, playing cards on the spokes to make noise. So it was something that made noise on a bike. Maybe it might have even been a motorbike. I have no idea, but it's something about a loud bike. Gosh, I don't remember if he did that or not. So because I was at the front of the band and he was always at the back of the band, did he twirl his drumsticks? And did he play a drum set as well as in percussion? I don't know. I keep seeing the drumsticks doing this. I don't know what that is. I mean, I do know what it is. It's like messing with the drumsticks, but. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with a message from him. And I have a feeling that in the next couple of days, you're going to see, it's like twirling the sticks. Yeah. In the next couple of days, you're going to see, he played the tritoms. Okay. You're going to see red flowers. You're going to see more red flowers than you had possibly thought were available. I feel like he's talking about carnations. Why are we talking about carnations? Oh, I understand that. Okay. But he says that the red flowers are going to be validation. So pay attention and know that he's with you all the time. He's with everybody in the family. That he wants to really, really stress that. He is taking care of several people in the family all the time. So I'm so glad you popped on because he's just kind of like, this is so funny. He's kind of like, this is cool. And this is the first time I've ever had him like pop through on a live. So it's really neat. It's really neat. And I really appreciate you coming on because I was like, wait a minute, guys, I've got to go message over here to say that I have someone that needs to come on. And that's really the first time I've done that. So how exciting. How exciting. That's first of all, Jill, just to ask you, do you have a question you want answered before I just leave him with you? Do you have a question you'd like to have answered? I'm so happy that he come across. Thank you, Crystal. I remember when we first talked. Go ahead and ask. What is that? It's like thumb wars. I don't even understand that. I mean, I do understand it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Who can win the thumb war? Hey, Mr. Fry, you're driving. Turn off the computer. Turn off the phone. Or are you getting gas? Just as my husband comes on. Everybody give Sam a shout out. Sam is, you can't hear me? Mr. Fry is probably in Illinois by now. Yes, he should be in Illinois by now. Almost home sometime tonight. Without me. Sam the Crystal Man. Oh. Can't shoot, baby. Sorry. Okay. I have, we might actually do a tiny bit of channeling. Welcome to the neighborhood. Peggy Dalla. Remember the thing about 1110. What I get with, remember the thing about 1110, I don't know why I get this. And I'm just going to give you the reference that I get to it because I'm trying not to overanalyze things. He gives me a check mark. He's like, check, 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 check. And then I get like a sinus thing. Like I get a lot of pressure, like right in here, almost as if it was, I don't know. I don't know what that is. But I get a lot of pressure in the face and I get check marks. I have no idea what that means. I hope it means something to you, but that's all he's giving me. He's like, check, it's okay, check, 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 check. And then I get pressure in the face, specifically in the sinuses. The next one is for me, I'm just saying. And of course, I need you to know already he protects your kids. That's what he's like. This guardian angel work is hard. Okay. He's already taking care of your kids and quite a few people in the family. He's there for. So when you feel him around you, he's there. Just know that. When you think of him, he's there. That's all he is a thought away. I don't know what the sinus pressure is. I don't know what the check mark is. This was for Jill Green. And I get like, I don't know. Is this loud music? What do I get? It's pressure in the ears. It's not mediumship pressure. It is like pressure in the ears. So I don't know what that is, but I hope it makes sense to you. So with that, I'm going to leave him with you, and just know he's always around. I was just really surprised. You can ask anybody here. I was like, what? Whoa, wait a minute. We gotta get with somebody here. So awesome. Thank you for showing up, because that really, I really wanted to be able to bring him across in the moment. And he does this. He does this. He gives me the thumbs up. Gives me the thumbs up. Got it. Okay. Moving on, you guys. You're very welcome, Jill. I'm just glad. I'm glad it worked out this evening that you caught your message. That's awesome. It really, it is a special reading. It means a lot to me, to have somebody I went to school with, come through. That's really amazing. So, and I know how close they were. So, okay. Moving on. So thank you so much, Jill. All right, so let's move on, you guys. We're not going to do that. You guys, I'm thinking about taking this seminar on missing persons and psychic detective work. What in the world is going on? And I'm thinking about taking the seminar on it because I keep having them come across. And it just feels so helpless when you have something like this come across and you don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to set that person off to the side. Okay. Let's see. It is. I have fun doing it. I really do. Use it for good. I know. It's just traumatizing, and not everybody wants to hear some of the things that come across. And Amber Allen, when we have people transition over and we know that they're going to come back, right? We know that they're going to reincarnate. The thing is we pick how much percent of our energy, our physical energy, we want to put off into a new lifetime. So we don't ever give 100%. That percentage that's left over on the other side is the percent that comes back and is able to help people on, loved ones, soul members and things like that. So they always, that fragment's over there to help people along the way and come across and have messages. So do you guys want to hear about this missing person, or do I move on to somebody else? Because, sometimes we've actually run into one where somebody knew who this person was, who a person was. But what do we do from there? We do know people that will move that forward, right? And then we're going to pick somebody and we're going to bring across somebody. Okay, move on. Okay, move on. Okay, let's do that. So let's a lot of it's disturbing. It's disturbing to a lot of people, including myself. So I'm going to give you a brief outline, and that's all I'm going to do. We're not going to go into the depth of it. I'm going to give you a 12-year-old girl. She has some bruises on her. Something about her mouth was really, really hurt, and I believe she was put in water. Not found. Blonde hair, bangs, some kind of sundress. Probably been missing since the 80s. That's what we got. Yep. We're moving on. That makes sense to you guys? Message me and I'll pass it on to my people. Okay, moving on. So yeah, it can get depressing, can it? So let's move on. Let's see. Let's go to. Let's see. Ow. Michelle, is it Ape? Michelle Ape, are you still here? Michelle. Yeah, the missing persons are very difficult. I mean, because if you're an empath or if you pick up those physical things, it's hard. It's hard. Did I get it right? Score? I got it? Ape? Ape. Okay. Michelle, what I'd like to do is see if you could give me the name of the person you would like to communicate with. And it never happens. It's something, it's a skill. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the last one I couldn't find her either. So if you can give me the name of a person that you would like to communicate with, Lucy. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bring across some information like personality traits of Lucy and see if it is the person that we're bringing across. I want to talk about what is this? What is that? I keep getting this, like this pressure underneath here. I want to talk about something about hair. I want to talk about something about hair. I feel like it's blonde hair, but I'm not quite sure it's really blonde hair. And by that, I mean, it's probably got a bottle going on. I want to talk about trying to be something that is beyond what people told her she was. I feel like there's like two versions of this person. Like, and then the other side that people that really knew her, maybe her friends knew more of her than what other people saw of her. I feel like she just had two versions of herself. Can you validate that? It's like wild child, but everybody thought she was great kind of thing. What is it about that blonde hair? It's about the hair. It's about hair. She keeps showing me hair and hair going like this. I don't know what that is. Okay. Was her hair dark, but she put blonde in it? She lost her hair. She lost her hair. Okay. Because she keeps going on about the hair. She keeps going on about her hair. Okay, so she lost her hair. Okay. And she keeps doing this. I mean, but I can't do it because I'll be too far away. She keeps going like this. Like up, up, up. She keeps going up. She keeps pointing up. And I get this it's like my eyes don't want to work quite right. Like a fuzziness in my eyes for a hot second. Can I, and when this is a different type of mediumship, you guys, this is me pinpointing somebody to make sure that we have enough validation to be able to move forward. I want to talk about, I lost it. She had a hard time seeing. Oh, now I remember. Okay. Towards the end, did she mention seeing individuals or feeling people around her or feeling spirit or something like that? Did she mention not being alone? I feel like she saw something. I feel like she had she saw something. Thank you. Not to you. Okay. I need you to know. First of all, you can ask around to family members. Maybe somebody will have heard her have said something. That she was not alone. I hope this makes sense to you. She wasn't alone. I don't know, but she talks about having her hand held. Somebody was holding her hand, and it was a family member that was holding her hand. And her eyes were just really heavy. But I need you to know that she had several people in the room with her, and she was getting these images of people. And I feel like in her life, she would have been more about that kind of thing. But she had some awareness that towards the end of individuals, I just think you need to ask around in the family. Because she's just giving me this extreme Archangel Michael feeling is what I get with that. And it's just this really profound, I'm guided, I'm protected, I'm light, I am... It seems to be a thing tonight. I'm comfortable. And she keeps showing me the color blue, like a blue stone. I keep seeing like a blue stone in a necklace, like an aquamarine. I keep seeing an aquamarine colored stone. She did have people there holding her hand, like physical people holding her hand at the end. Yeah, there was more than that there, though. And I have this extreme pressure, like just so much pressure, like a headache, and I just, and like my ears want to pop, like I just... Oh, that could be, she died of a brain tumor. Okay. I know that and a lot of people understand this. Okay, life between lives is very beautiful, and souls want to go home. Okay, they really do. They want to go home when people pass away. They're like, oh, it's beautiful. I need you to know she stayed around to be there to help people understand her transition, because I feel like there was a level of, well, of course, and this is, I mean, anybody can pick this out of the air, right? If you have somebody that passes under such traumatic situations, you know that people are going to be like, why this person? I don't understand. So it's a blanket thing. Anybody can tell you that. And I don't want to be the one that's in the masses saying, oh, why her? But I am going to tell you that she stuck around for a good week to make sure everybody was taken care of. She wanted to make sure, I think that was her. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I've gotcha. It's all right. I see things differently. And that's what she's saying. I saw things differently at the end. I stayed around enough to be able to help people understand the grief and to be able to understand the plan. And she talks about a plan. And I know what she's talking about. It doesn't do us any good, right? It doesn't give us a huge level of comfort to know that there was a grand plan planned before we even came here, that this is how my gentle end will come. But that she wants you to know it is part of the plan, and that she's all you have to do. And once again, a thought away. That's a blanket statement as well, you guys. Any past loved one, also they're a thought away. They're a thought away. That's all. Thoughts are things. They're energy. Cannot be created or destroyed. Right? So it goes where it needs to. And I don't know. She's given me the feeling that there was, I don't know if she left any children behind or anything like that. You know, we all as readers have fortes, and we have things that we suck at, and I suck at names and other things. But she's like, there's small people. So I don't know if it's nieces and nephews or children or whatever, but she said she's stuck around for a lot of them, and she is often around. Yes, it is not uncommon. Thank you so much, Amy. It is not uncommon for the same message to resonate for several people. And she talks about tap. She did have kids. Okay. She talks about tap shoes, tap dancing. I don't know what the heck she's talking about. Because I don't know that she was a tap dancer at any time in her life, but she's like a little tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Tap, 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 tap. I don't know what the heck she's talking about. I have no idea. I don't have all the answers. I just pass off the information, follow along the information I get. Tap, 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 tap. Like it's a little annoying thing. And it's so funny because now I hear like, quit, she's breathing my air. It's like the little annoyances that we look back on and we go, that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just passing you along what she's given me. And I'm not quite sure why she's doing this, but I'm going to give you this as well. She's giving me a scene from a movie, and the movie's name is Nell. And the movie is absolutely amazing if you guys have not seen Nell. And it is about twins that were out in the wilderness raised by this really crazy mom. And they had twin speak. Like they knew they could communicate with each other. And I feel like you had that link with her, like where you guys could just be that, you were that close where you could know when somebody needed you, kind of thing. It was, I don't know why she wants to use the movie Nell as a reference to, and I keep hearing the gibber that they used as twin speak, like da 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 da. I can't even do the speak, but she's talking about there was like a connection there. So some sort of connection. I don't know if it was with you or somebody else. I don't know, but she's talking about this connection. I don't know. Interesting energy. Interesting. Hi, Taylor Washington. It was your mom's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Mom. Right. That's Lucy. So I leave Lucy with you. All right. I hope that helps. Always there. Always there. Okay. You guys, let's break it up a little bit. Let's I hope that helps, Michelle. Let's do something just a touch different. Let's see. Hi, everyone. So you guys, if you're not in the membership, a lot of people here on the right are in the membership. We do psychic development classes, all sorts of fun stuff, meditations, live on Zoom. Marie Weiner. This week was a recorded one because we're traveling, or at least we were traveling, and now I'm not traveling. But most of them are on Zoom and they're recorded, so you guys get to watch them all the time, and you get to watch them over and over, and you get to see the whole library. So we have a 15-day free trial membership right now that puts you into the drawing as well. Normally, you guys, for the drawing, welcome newbies. Normally for the drawing, we do crystals. But this month, since Halloween is next month, we didn't want to give this away next month because we wanted people to enjoy it. So, that's the wrong one. This is our giveaway for the month. It's a lap quilt of Jack and Sally. And I actually cut that out. That is all applique. And I cut it out and my friend did the quilt. So that we have there is going to be given away the first Saturday. That's the one we're giving away in Salem. We are going to Salem because we are a hell of a lot of fun. Oops, how I gotta get rid of that. Technology. Okay, so that's what we're giving away this month instead of crystals. We wanted people, did I have a chance to load up the drumming one? Are you talking about the trance mediumship healing? I have been nixed by Facebook and YouTube. I will have to remove the drumming out of it, silence it out, and put in a static sound for it before I can put it up. Yeah, so the 15-day free trial, you guys should go to mymysticallife.com in the membership, and you can sign up right there. We're a hell of a lot of fun. We're going to Salem, Massachusetts for Halloween. We have a full day of mediumship and seances and all sorts of fun stuff, and then a half a day before we actually head to Salem. Yeah, it's crazy, Stace. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Where do you become a member? You go to mymysticallife.com, and at the top there's a membership tab. You just go to membership. Yep. We're fun. And you can see all the psychic development classes we have there. Then you can be a part of the private group that we have that we are, pretty active in. It surprised me when we first started this membership. It was an accident. It really was. We didn't plan on doing it. I was going to do, you've heard it on the sound bowls. Too crazy, right? How can they patent sound bowls? Like copyright it? I just don't get it. I don't understand. It's so hard to navigate electronics nowadays. Let's move on. Let's move over to, you know what? Amy McFarland. If you want, you're so sweet, Amber. Yeah, no, this is, you just go to My Mystical Life, www.mymysticallife.com. It's our webpage. Yep, you go to the webpage, and at the top it says membership, and you hit that, and it takes you right there. Where'd you go? Amy McFarland. What you doing? I would like to bring across your higher self, if you don't mind. Would you like that? She's like, oh shit. Does that work for you? Okay. This is a little bit of trance mediumship. So I'm not going to go down deep into this for trance. I'm gonna work on. They pointed your name out, so I'm like, okay. So I want to talk about some of the things that you. So what we're doing, you guys, right now is we're bringing across a message from her higher self. Her higher self is trying to get her over something, and they're like, let's talk about this visualization. Hot flashes suck. I bet they do. I opted out of those types of menopausal things. My doctor thought I was kidding. I'm not kidding. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm having kind of a interface with her higher self, and we're going to talk about some of the things that she needs to do to move forward on, not just on her journey, but on life, right? In life. And I want to talk first of all, and feel free, can I opt out of them too? I don't know, you guys. I'll tell you what, I seriously have opted out. There's so many things I've opted out on in this whole perimenopause crap that it's incredible. And I just set it out there like, I'm not going through that. I don't have to go through that shit. I'm not doing it. Yep. Okay. So Amy's like, let's do this. Okay. So I want to talk, Amy, and you're totally welcome to ask questions, right? I want to talk, first of all, about your guidance, about your, and they call it your angel expression. Your higher self is calling it your angel expression. So bear with me because I have no idea what we're talking about here. She's talking about, I got corrected. I'm talking about. So your higher self says, I am that kind of energy. I am, not she or he. You have a very neutral high set soul. So your soul is kind of like right there down the middle of I am. You are working from the ground up. You are a building block of one thing after the other. And I think you kind of need to step back and look down to the grounding again. Start looking down to the basic lessons and build yourself back up, because they're talking about seeing things from a different perspective. This energy is talking about seeing things from a different perspective. And I keep doing this because one of your animal totems is the snake, and not just a little snake, but this thing's like a python. It's huge. And the fact that your higher self is working with this particular energy to bring across a message is like, let's go down, become more grounded in who we are to be able to lift ourselves up higher. There's a building block that's just got a little bit of a miss or a hiccup to it, a little bit of a self-talk kind of thing, a little bit of a confidence thing, something that needs to be healed and repaired from way back. It doesn't serve you anymore. It's time to do a little bit of rebuilding and rebuild a foundation, because it's time to look from different perspectives. Oh God, they want me to go into trance really badly. It's a, put the cards down. Okay. I'll put the cards down. Throat chakra. I get this, oh gosh, let's pick our head up a little bit higher. Let's work on that throat chakra. Let's exercise it. Let's give it some room to move. Let's move forward and become more of who we're supposed to be, and live in our forward movement, live in our authenticity with, this is who I am. That what you think I am is not what I am. I am so much deeper. I am so much more grounded. I am so much more. I need to move forward to make myself known, and you almost are like this reflection on the inside where people can look at you and see what they need to change as well. So you are almost like a mirror for other people, that when you step forward and you learn something, other people cannot help but go, oh, I understand what that person's doing now. I feel on board with that. Let's move forward. You're creating change in a lot of different aspects of other people's lives as you're doing this. So that's why it's so important for you to have a really firm foundation. Move in, check in with yourself, look and see where you might feel you have a falter in maybe your self-esteem, or are you judging somebody for somebody's behavior because it's a reflection on something that you might be lacking on your foundation, that you might have had a chink in your armor when you were younger and you need to work on that. And they're saying, bring it all in, check it out, look at it, go through yourself with a fine tooth comb on the grounding aspect of yourself and the basics of who you are in this lifetime, which does not reflect who you are in all these other lifetimes, because each lifetime is a building block of the other. And that's why it's so important to have all of that firmly in place. Because as you move forward, you are a magnet for other people to learn. You have an interest, and other people go, oh my gosh, that's so cool. How can we absorb that information as well? And people start to want to be interested and want to learn the same things you want to learn. And you've been a scholar in past lifetimes. So like, come on, use that energy, use that magnetic type of personality that makes people want to be close to you, to understand what you understand. I don't know that name. Pith. It's a guy, it's a man, it's a Pytheria, a Pythagoras? Pythagoras? Sounds like a familiar name. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm working through a name. Past life, you have a lot of knowledge behind you. If you put it into full gear, you move forward with it, you're just gonna find that you have people following and listening to you and knowing your name and being familiar with you. If you've ever been called to be a teacher or pass on information that you have come through you, that's where that comes from. So be that outreach, be that light that draws people in. It's so funny. That's so funny. Sorry. And I have you have one guy that's like, oh, what did they say? Crap, what did they just say? What did they say? It was a Star Trek thing. Oh shit, what's that? It's a Star Trek thing. No. Hold on. I dropped my glasses on my computer. Wait a second. No, you don't want that. Okay. You do that on your own channel on YouTube already. Okay. I'm reading. You don't, I know. Okay. It's a pattern. But what your higher self is saying is make sure you go back and you assess some things about your past and some of your past experiences. And there's one thing that just, the way they show it is kind of like a foundation of bricks, and one brick isn't totally set in place, is really what they're showing. Like, just go figure it out. Let us know what your YouTube channel is, Amy. What's your YouTube channel? By the way, the great big amethyst that was last month's giveaway. I don't think I have a picture of last month's giveaway. I do not. This is going to be given away in, not that one. This is going to be given away in Salem. For anybody that attends Salem, you get a ticket, right? So that's going to be given away. But Kenzie. I'll tell you what, when they want you to close your eyes, you're going to close your eyes. I don't even have my Moldavite on. Earlier, I thought we were going to do some galactic channel, but I didn't really want to do that this evening. Anyhow, so you guys, that's Mediumship Monday. Empath Embracing Life YouTube channel. Okay, we'll have to look that up. Empath Embracing Life. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm going to sit and enjoy television this evening, which is not something I do a whole lot of, but I'm here alone with the dogs. And you know what's been interesting, you guys? I moved. Sam was concerned that Fern wasn't going to go with us on our travels. And I don't know if you guys were on the day that Fern died. I certainly can tell you more about the Salem trip. If you guys weren't on the, I have no, all I know it has to do with grounding, Amy. It has to do with the grounding and self-purpose is the words they use. So Fern passed away. She jumped off a ladder one morning and knocked the ladder over. And hey, hi, how you doing? That's nice of you. Thank you for slobbering on my nice cardigan. And it was traumatizing. And he was afraid that Fern wasn't going to go with us. And Allie, the animal communicator lady, who we get to move back home by, says, oh, she's already in a box. Well, since we've been here at the house, I mean, I've seen her twice. So she's around. Salem. So Salem, and here, let me get you the link. I can get you the link. I messaged me. Did I message me? Hold on. Okay. Here's the link. Salem, Massachusetts. So what we're doing is we're going to Salem we'll be there on the 29th. There's the link. We'll be there on the 29th, and we'll probably do dinner that night and breakfast the next morning, or just breakfast. Depends on what we're very fluid when it comes to eating like that. We'll do whatever. And then about 1 o'clock, we have readers. We have Nancy Bolliard's going to be there. Laura Berwick is going to be there. Vicki McHale is going to be there. And Tanya Lee is going to be there doing readings. So I guess this is like Tanya Lee she doesn't do this very often. So it's kind of exciting that she's doing that. And then, so we have 2 mediumship galleries on the Saturday, starting at 1. And then we have another one at 3. And then we have some activities after that include giveaways. And then we have seance in the evening. We have the room till midnight. So we will be doing seances in Gloucester, Massachusetts, which is about 20 miles away from Salem, because while we're crazy, we're not that crazy. And yes, we're going to Salem on Halloween. And so the next morning we get up, and that is the Sunday morning of Halloween. We are going to be well rested from our seance. We're going to be doing table tipping, all sorts of fun stuff. And we have at 9:15, we have Tanya doing her own Time with Spirit gallery. We have crystal sales that are going to be there. We have giveaways. We have big giveaways. The one quilt is going to be given away. We have other people donating things. This one's going to be given away. We have people donating things to be given away. We have cards to give away. We have that big crystal to give away. I have a big mug like this. It's going to be crammed full of crystals we're going to give away. We just have a lot of stuff going on. And it's just going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we always have fun. When we went and got together in Savannah in April, oh my gosh, we had a blast. We got together and it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. We're getting a little bit calmer this time. But maybe, you never know. But it's going to be a blast. And that is our Salem event. And we have so many, the giveaways in itself are just crazy, but that's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing. You missed your sisters and nieces. They're up in Pennsylvania. I understand. There's a lot of people that aren't traveling right now. Savannah was so much fun, right, Amber? We had a blast. It was a blast. My favorite time at Savannah was the evening we got to sit. We just went out and sat in the gazebo area at the hotel, and we just sat there all evening and had just a session where we got to just talk. It was so much fun. It really was. Okay. And with that, you guys, yeah, Michelle Robbins, we're gonna have a blast. We really, first of all, I can't imagine everybody getting together and not having a blast. Yeah, that was my favorite part of the whole trip. All right, guys, I'm gonna go sit and entertain the dogs because that's my job, and maybe feed them. I don't know. They look abused, don't they? All right. Everybody have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me here. And I'll be on quite a bit in the next couple days just because, well, I'm here alone. And what else am I going to do? So everybody find light, find love, find joy. Feel divine. You too, Katrina. You have a nice evening, girl. Feel divine because you are. And if Sam were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.